everyone, welcome back. So if you follow me on Instagram, which is Layla_Gray, I have actually been in Dubai for the last month. Now this is what you're used to seeing. This is my apartment in Denmark, so I am back in Denmark. I've been back for 2 days, slightly ill, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the shock of going from 20 degrees to 9 degrees. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But I'm actually gonna do my everyday winter look. It's like a little frosty, kind of glowy look. I love the skin to look really glowy. I'm not a matte fan of myself personally. So let's get started. I'm starting off with the Nivea Soft Moisturizer. Now I've used other moisturizers like a Charlotte Tilbury and a, what else have I used? I was using the Too Cool for School Egg Mellow Cream at one point, but like this is a fraction of the price and I feel like it's just as good. Next I'm taking my Makeup Forever Face Eclat and I'm going to just dot this around the face in areas that I might need it. So I usually do forehead, cheek, and then down the middle of my face and then just rub it out. So next I'm taking the Becca Backlight priming filter. This is just like a nice glowy primer that I use. And I'm just going to take a bit of this and dot this exactly where I put the last primer. It's running out and sometimes it goes a little haywire and squirts all over the room. So didn't really want that to happen, but it didn't, so we're in luck this time. And I'm just going to rub that in. It's not too glittery, so you're lucky in that way where you can put it everywhere. Whereas like the Cover FX enhancing drops, if you put that, like mix that in with your foundation or put it as a base, you can really see the glitter. Put a light against your face and you'll really see that glitter come out. Whereas this one I feel like it's not as intense and you are going to put your foundation on top of this. So yeah. Next I'm taking my firm favourites, my Nars Sheer Glow foundations. I mean, you can catch me in winter and summer wearing these. Sometimes I go for a lighter option like a CC cream, but these are the ones I kind of just always go back to. I'm going in with Fiji and Mont Blanc. They're kind of my perfect shade at the moment. So once again, I'm dotting that around the face. And that was one pump. And then I'm taking a pump of Fiji, or like half a pump of Fiji, and dotting that around the face again. Trying that out and then seeing if that's enough. Then I'm taking my Complexion Sponge from Real Techniques. I think I need to get a new one of these. I mean, my cat had a go of it. So yeah, that's on the list. Actually, I have a new one. It's just actually using a new one, you know, that moment when you've used it, there's no going back. I don't know why, that might just be me. Let me know if you do that as well. Then I'm just dabbing it around the face. This is slightly damp. Next I'm going in with my concealer. This is the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer. I've used this so much. This is another one. We know when they get to the end and you're like really trying to squeeze that out, but sometimes you either get too much or too little. It's one of those. But I've used this since I started makeup, which is when I was like 15. And I've always been using this one. I've just never really gone for anything else. So I'm just dabbing that on the eyes and using my ring finger to blend it out. So once all of that's blended out, I'm going to just move on to the eyes quickly before I set it all. I'm just going to use MAC Soft Ochre. So I'm just going to put that all over the lid up to the brow. Now to set it all in, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder and my Real Techniques Setting Brush and set under the eyes and my eyelids. So I take quite a lot of this actually to set. And I kind of dab for the start and then I brush it off. But I tend to use quite a lot of it because I really just don't want my under eyes to crease. Then I just sweep it across the lid as well, so my eyeshadow doesn't crease, because if you don't set the lid and just go straight in on top of soft ochre, the shadows kind of clump on top of the soft ochre because it's still like wet and tacky. So I find they blend out so much better once you've set the eye. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. Love this, adds so much glow back into the face, but not glitter. And my Trish McAvoy 37 bronzer brush. I don't really know how someone could use this as a bronzer brush. Then again, I don't really follow rules, so yeah. And then I'm just dabbing this on my forehead. Just set all the foundation into place, down the nose, anywhere where I might get oily. Moving on to the eyes, I'm using my Makeup Geek shadows, which I've actually put into a MAC palette. So I'm going to be using Peach Smoothie, Creme Brulee, and Frappe. Starting off with the lightest colour, Peach Sorbet, I'm taking that and I'm going to put that throughout the crease, but also kind of adding it to the lid. This is a Pat McGrath brush. I actually got it when I ordered some of her products. Yeah, it's good. And this doesn't matter, you can be really free-handed with this because we're just gonna go in with a glittery shadow on top. Next, I'm going into the second darkest shade, and this is Creme Brulee, and I'm doing the exact same thing. Now I'm going to take Frappe, the darkest colour, and I'm going to focus this just on the outside of the eye. So I'm going in with Laura Geller Gilded Honey. This is a highlighter, but I'm actually using it on my eyes. It's a super lovely colour, and I'm taking it with a MAC 217 blending brush. So I'm just going to dust this all over the lid. It's super subtle, it's not too glittery, it leaves like a frosted look on the eye, which I really like. Now on a 214 brush, I am just taking Mocha by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to smudge that onto the outer corner of the eye, just along the lash line, to keep it a little bit smoky. Now I'm taking the Kat Von D liquid liner in Trooper, and I'm just stamping that along the lash line. I'm not doing a wing. Recently I've not been doing a wing, and it really opens up the eyes and makes my eyes look a lot bigger, so I'm going to try and do that. Next I'm just going to curl my lashes. And then I'm taking the Max Factor Masterpiece Mascara, I think this is called, in Waterproof. I'm just coating all the lashes. So next I'm moving on to my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia pomade in medium brown, and the brush that you can get with it with a spoolie and a angled brush. And starting at the root of the brow, then I move to the arch and I do the top arch, and then I move to the end and just add to the end, and then I just fill in the rest of the brow, but trying to make it a little gradient, so light at the mid front and dark towards the end, and then just combing it through with the spoolie just to brush out any mistakes or any harsh lines. Next I'm setting the brows with a clear brow gel. This is a L'Oreal one. I don't find it anything amazing, but I use it. Now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face, and I'm going to bronze first with my MAC 140S brush and my Too Faced Iced Tea bronzer. I love this. I've actually just hit pan on it and I'm got it. So I'm just going to take that on my cheeks and blend it out. Then up my temples, forehead, jawline. And then to slim down the nose, just taking a little bit down the nose on another brush. And this is, it's rubbed off, so I can't tell you what it is. But it's a MAC brush, and it's the mini version. That is all. For highlight, I'm taking the Desi Katie Fuego highlighter. This is more of the goldy one, Mineralize is the rosy one. Oh. And I'm just taking that on the tops of the cheeks. And also down the centre of the nose. The nose. Ooh. Just to add a little bit of a highlight back into the face. Finishing off with Charlotte Tilbury Swirl and Pop, Swish and Pop, Swish and Pop blusher in Ecstasy. I love this. A lot. A lot, a lot. One time this broke and I loved it so much that I actually, every time I travelled, I had to take it in like a little Ziploc bag because it broke. And it shattered into so many pieces, and like it wasn't one of those where you could literally just pour it into like a pot and do that, because it was like powder. Why was it powder? I don't know. I don't know. But it was making my life hell. So now I never travel with it because I don't want it to smash. Yeah. Finishing off with a Buxom gloss in Samantha. I've tended recently to not do much with my lips. I have quite dark lips already. So just a gloss, just to add a little bit of something to the lips, but not really a colour, you know. Just a simple look. Finishing off with my MAC Fix Plus. This is a lad. I think it's about my 7th bottle. I can't really go without it. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's my frosty everyday winter look with like a little bit of a glittery eye. Ooh, still subtle but still nice, I hope. With a nice glassy lip. Glassy. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Bye!